Today I want to talk to you about something that I feel is really important, something that has completely transformed the way I live my life. And that is how I personally live from the end. Because the way I do it is very different from how this normally gets taught. It's not the way most Neville Goddard followers often interpret it. I don't sit down and imagine long detailed scenes or visualize my desired outcome or do SATs every night or create complex sensory images. For those who don't know, SATs is short for state akin to sleep, and it's a technique that Neville Goddard talked about that involves entering a drowsy meditative state just before falling asleep and imagining yourself in the outcome that you desire. But personally, the way I do it doesn't involve any of that. It's actually so simple that most people overlook it. And once you really get this, once you fully settle into living this way, the entire game of manifesting changes. Your life becomes calm and smooth and effortless. There's no more forcing, no more grasping, no more waiting. There's just you flowing through your day with a consistent sense of direction and complete confidence that everything you want is unfolding exactly as it should. So let's dive in. The way I live from the end isn't by imagining a detailed scene. It's not by replaying a mental movie. It's probably not even a brief image. If I had to describe what I actually do, I would call it a knowing, an expectation, a decision. It's like deciding that I'm going shopping tomorrow. I don't sit there and visualize the trolley and what I'll put in it and who's going to be there and what the weather will be like. I don't smell the supermarket or imagine the checkout beeping. I just decide. It takes 1 second. This is what's happening. That's it. That's all I do. And I know some of you hear that and you think, surely it has to be more than that. And I promise you, it doesn't. Because when you really understand what creation actually is and where it actually happens and what part of you holds the power to generate your reality, you'll see that this 1 second internal decision is everything. It's not a mental picture. It's not an affirmation. It's not a technique. It's a shift in identity. It's a shift in what you know is happening. Now, when do I actually make this shift? There are 2 points where I do this. Number 1, when I notice a new desire. The moment something new pops up, a preference, an idea, a spark, a wish, I just choose it. I don't indulge in fantasy. I don't try to believe it. I don't do a technique. I simply go within and say, God, this is what I choose. Please create this for me. Thank you. And that's it. I move on with my day. And number 2, when I notice that I've fallen out of my desired state. Because yes, it still happens. I'm human. I get triggered. I fall into unwanted states sometimes. But the moment I notice that I've drifted into an unwanted state, maybe I'm doubting something or I'm reacting to something that's shown up physically, I just shift back immediately, the moment I notice it. I don't analyze, I don't judge myself, I don't spiral, I don't think I ruined everything. I simply notice the old state and then I choose my preferred state again. It's like remembering you left the tap running and going to switch it off. That's all. No drama, no meaning, no unwanted story, just awareness and realignment. You don't need to do techniques to connect to your power. You already are connected, and all you ever need to do is reach for that awareness and allow yourself to realize that there is more to you and to what is available to you beyond your human self and beyond this physical world. Everything else is just extra noise. My life is completely different now that I operate in this way all the time. I don't get thrown around by what shows up. I don't feel like a victim of whatever situation I might find myself in. I don't take physical reality as something fixed or final. I feel like I'm always in a story where everything I want is unfolding in perfect timing. I'm never waiting. And that is one of the things that I really want you to understand. Imagine what your life would feel like if you completely removed the feeling of waiting. Waiting is heavy, waiting is anxious, waiting is powerless. But when you live from the end the way I'm describing, you don't wait, you live, you move forwards with the knowing that everything is already in motion. You trust the unfolding, you trust the timing, you trust the intelligence behind all of this, because you know it's you, just a deeper, wiser, broader level of you. And when you live this way, you always land where you want to be, even if the pathway is different to what you expected. One of the best ways I can explain this is with a simple analogy. Let's say my desire is to smell a beautiful rose, to see it, to touch it, to hold it, to enjoy it. Now here's how most people think manifesting works. They think the only thing that counts is the moment the rose appears in their hand. They think the manifestation is only done when the rose is fully formed and complete. But that's not how I see it. For me, the entire experience is the manifestation. From the moment the desire pops up, I'd love to smell a rose. The unfolding has already begun. Now, the intelligence that runs this world might lead me to plant a rose bush, or it might lead me to a garden where a rose bush has already been planted. I don't decide the mechanism. I don't micromanage the plot. I just follow the nudge. And so first of all, I enjoy discovering how this rose bush shows up in my life. And then I enjoy watching the shoot sprout. And then I enjoy watching the buds form. I enjoy noticing the first hint of color coming out. I enjoy the petals slowly opening. And when the rose is finally fully formed, that's just the final note in the whole symphony. If I only cared about the end moment, I would miss the beauty of all the moments in between. And this is how I live my whole life. If I only cared about arriving, I would miss the joy of becoming. If I only cared about the end result, I would miss the pleasure of all the steps, the nudges, the synchronicities, the timing, the intelligence, the magic that guides me to it. The end result is already guaranteed. The rest is the adventure. Let me tell you why this works. When you visualize, you often do it because you don't believe that you're going to get what you want. And so you're trying to do something to change that. But when you know that you're going to get what you want, belief naturally follows. Most people look at physical reality as if it's the ultimate authority. It's not here yet, so it must not be working. I still don't see it, so I must be failing. Nothing has changed, so I need to try harder. But when you understand that everything is forming itself according to your assumption, you no longer treat the physical as the ultimate truth. You treat it as the reflection. And reflections can be changed very easily by changing what is being projected. Let me give you some real life examples so you can see how simple this is. Let's say I desire money. If I desire more money, I don't visualize a bank statement. I don't imagine counting cash. I don't try to feel rich. I simply decide money is flowing to me. I get to have all the money I want and need because God is creating this for me. And from that moment on, I live as someone for whom money is a non-issue. I don't panic. I don't micromanage. I don't obsess over where it's coming from. I walk through my day with the inner knowing that everything is unfolding in the perfect way. And then ideas show up, opportunities show up, people show up, unexpected payments show up. And all of that is simply the natural unfolding of the decision I made. Let's take another example, relationships. If I desire a certain kind of relationship, I don't visualize dates or conversations. I don't script. I don't imagine holding hands. I simply choose that I get to have the relationship I want. And I trust that God is now creating this for me. And then I live my day from a place of being someone who knows that this beautiful love story is unfolding. Not waiting, not wishing, not wondering, knowing that this is what's happening. And then life orchestrates the path that leads me to this outcome. Let's take another example, health. If I desire healing, I don't imagine organs glowing or cells repairing. I don't meditate. I don't visualize a doctor giving me good news. I simply decide my body is aligning with the outcome I want. And then I live as someone who knows that I get to live the life I want. And that all of this is leading to my desired outcome. Not as someone who is desperately checking for confirmation that I really am healing and making it dependent on the external world, giving me some kind of permission that I really am allowed to heal, but as someone who knows that this is what's happening. When you live from the end the way I'm describing, you're not pretending, you're not acting, you're not trying to feel it, you're not forcing yourself to believe something you don't believe. You're simply choosing who you are. You're choosing the story you're in. You're choosing the outcome that you want. And the moment you choose it, you've shifted into it. It's instant. It doesn't need repetition. It doesn't need imagination. If you decide right now that you're going to run a marathon, you don't need to visualize yourself crossing the finish line for the identity to form. Your decision already did that. And every action you take afterwards flows naturally from the identity, not the other way around. This is the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video. You don't need to feel the end. You don't need to fake the end. You don't need to imagine the end. You don't need to force yourself to feel excited and joyful. You just need to live as the one who knows where they're heading. Imagine a person who books a holiday. Do they visualize the beach every night to make it real? Do they script conversations with the hotel receptionist? Do they try to feel like they're already there? No, they booked it. They know it's happening. They get on with their day. That is the entire formula. You choose, you know, you walk forwards with that knowing, and the end handles itself. And something else that becomes incredibly freeing when you live this way is you stop thinking anything is going wrong. Because nothing can go wrong. Everything is part of the unfolding, even the bits that look confusing or inconvenient or unexpected. When I'm living from the end and something shows up that seems contradictory, I don't let it throw me. I simply assume, this must be part of it. This must be designed to lead me to my desired outcome somehow, even if I can't see how yet. Even if it looks like a setback, even if it looks like the opposite, even if I don't understand it, I trust the intelligence behind it. And because I hold that assumption, everything rearranges itself to confirm what I'm assuming. This is why my life feels so effortless now. Not because nothing seemingly unwanted happens, but because I'm able to turn everything that happens into a bridge that works for me instead of against me. One of the most beautiful effects of living this way is that you stop feeling like you're waiting for your life to begin. You stop waiting for money. You stop waiting for love. You stop waiting for success. You stop waiting for change. You're already in motion. You're already in your story, the one that you want to be living. You're not waiting for it to start. You're not waiting for something out there to give you permission before you can step into it. You're already in it. It's already happening. You're on your path. You're already in the manifestation that you want to be in from the moment you choose it. Waiting disappears. You start to feel like your whole life is unfolding in perfect timing. Because it is. This is the part I want to underline 1,000 times. The manifestation is not just the final moment. The manifestation is the entire journey, from start to finish, from the moment you notice the desire to the point of it being fully materialized. The manifestation of a rose isn't just when the flower is fully opened. It's the shoots, it's the buds, it's the rain, it's the sunlight, it's the timing. When you stop obsessing over the finish line, You open yourself up to the beauty of everything in between. And that's where the magic is. The truth is, if you only care about the result, you miss 95% of your life. The joy is in the unfolding. The fun is in the mystery. The pleasure is in the anticipation. Desire creates a journey, not just a destination. And the journey is where you find the fulfillment. The end is just the icing on the cake. So let me summarize exactly how you can start living from the end the way I do. Step 1, when a desire arises, choose it. Don't visualize, don't force, don't imagine. Just decide. Yes, this is what's happening. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. Step 2, live your life normally. No techniques, no monitoring, no checking. Just live from the knowing that this is what's unfolding. Step 3, when you notice you've shifted into doubt or fear, gently shift back. No drama, no guilt, just realignment. Step 4, assume that everything that happens is part of the unfolding. Even if it looks off, even if it's confusing, even if it isn't what you thought needed to happen, just make sure you're assuming that this is all leading to your desired outcome somehow. And by doing that, you cause it to be so. And step 5, enjoy the journey, not just the outcome, because the journey as a whole is the manifestation, and you're missing the point if you only make it about reaching the end. And when you live this way, everything changes. You stop pushing, you stop forcing, you stop trying to control things. You stop worshipping the physical world. You stop searching for signs. You stop waiting. And instead, you flow, you choose, you know, you expect, you receive, you enjoy, you trust, you create. This is the most peaceful, powerful way to manifest what you want, because it doesn't pull you out of your life, it brings you into your life more deeply, more consciously, more softly, more joyfully. It lets you become the author of your experience without needing to micromanage the plot. And it lets you enjoy life again, the way you were always meant to. Okay, and on that note, I'm going to stop here for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.